It's Wellbeing Wednesday. So today I thought I'd share with you more Yin Yoga practice. Now I have to say I used to hate Yin Yoga. I was always about the dynamic, the energetic, the yeah, come on, let's do it kind of yoga. But I don't know if it's because I've got older or just that sometimes my body craves Yin Yoga. Now for those of you who don't know what Yin Yoga is when you hold poses for an extended period of time, sometimes up to a couple of minutes, sometimes just like 5 to 10 breaths. And the benefits of Yin Yoga is that your body has time to completely release, and that also helps us release mental tension as well, because we hold tension in our body, so it gives us time to release. Now we're also going to pair the postures with affirmations, so we can connect to our higher self, our higher wisdom, our inner wisdom. So if you've got something that you've been struggling with lately, a question or a lifestyle change that you're thinking of, this is a perfect time. Now if you're not comfortable sitting, you can always have some cushions. Just some simple cushions is perfect. Find your cross-legged position. If you're able to do lotus or any variation of that, then do that. And just grab your butt cheeks, pull them back so you're tilting your pelvis forward. So you want to have the spine nice and tall, so we're not slouched and we're not gripping with our knees or hips. So we're going to start off with alternate nostril breathing, which balances our nervous system, balances the right and left hemispheres of our brain, and also just brings us to a state of balance. So if you're feeling stressed or you're feeling tired, it brings you to that state of balance. So with your left hand, just bring your thumb and index finger together, Gyan Mudra, the mudra of wisdom and receptivity. Rest that hand on your knee or thigh. With your right hand, just bring your peace fingers just into your palm, and you're just going to block the right nostril. So you're just going to breathe in deeply through the left side, as deeply as you can. Relax your belly as you breathe in. Pause at the top of the inhale, then switch and exhale through the right side. And as you breathe out, keep breathing out until you feel your tummy muscles tighten. Then inhale through the right. Switch and exhale through the left. Now one side will feel like it's full of cotton wool, that's quite normal, and that changes every 90 minutes. Inhaling through the left, you can let your belly expand, rib cage expand, chest rise. Pause at the top of the inhale, and exhale through the right side. And then keep breathing out till you feel your tummy muscles tighten. Pause at the end of the exhale, keeping that nice tall spine. Inhale through the right. Switch. Exhale through the left. Just do one more round, inhaling through the left. And you might find you can breathe even more deeply with each breath. Change, exhale through the right nostril. Keep breathing out, imagine squeezing all the last of the breath out. Hold for a few seconds, and inhale through the right side. Switch and exhale through the left. And when you finish exhaling, release that hand, take a deep breath in. And hold the breath, pull up root lock, so pull up rectum, sex organs, navel, turn your eye gaze in and up. Imagine you're looking through a skylight in the crown of your head. So if you're connecting with the universe, with God, with divine intelligence, keep holding the breath, keep squeezing up, nice tall spine. Imagine the crown of the head extending up towards the ceiling. Then we need to breathe out through the mouth. And release. Then stretch your legs out. Again, move your butt cheeks out of the way. If you're really tight in your hips, you can stay up on your cushion. If not, pop your cushion to one side and bring your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. And again, to get yourself comfortable, readjust your sit bones, your butt cheeks. So you want to feel like your pelvis is tilting forwards. And if that knee is up here, then again, just sit up on a cushion. gently press that knee towards the floor. You can bounce it a couple of times just to loosen up the hip. You're just going to take a breath in, relax those shoulders. As you breathe out, imagine sliding your hands towards that foot. Now you may be a million miles away from that foot, it doesn't matter. Allow your chin to relax and just focus on the breath. Now I want you to try and find a 4-count breath, breathing in for 4 counts, out for 4 counts. Imagine a metronome, so it's just inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Now the idea is not to kind of reach for your foot and end up creating tension. Keep those shoulders relaxed, tuck your chin in, and as you are here, mentally affirm to yourself, I release that which no longer serves me. I release that which no longer serves me. So just think of maybe things in your life that no longer benefit you, that you no longer want in your life. Over the past few months, you may have realized that your priorities have changed. You know, you may not be quite as busy as you were before lockdown, and you've realized that there's some things in your life you want to let go of. So just breathing deeply and just keep affirming, I release that which no longer serves me. As I said, when we pair affirmations with the postures, we can receive clarity, we can receive guidance, and we can release tension in the body. And sometimes as you're saying an affirmation, you may notice tension in the body because you may realize that you're holding on to something, or that you've got a decision to make in your life and that you're a bit scared of making it because we're scared of change. You know, us humans don't like change. The other thing about affirmations, it gives your mind a focus, a point to focus on. So we're not going through the, oh, I can't reach my toes, I'm no good at this, I shouldn't be doing this, blah, 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 blah. So just keep your face relaxed, bring a subtle smile to your face, breathe deeply, just keep affirming, I release that which no longer serves me. And you'll find that naturally your body will stretch deeper. You know, there's no rush, there's no pushing or pulling. Doesn't matter, even if you're up here, the more you relax your head, the more you'll stretch along your spine. You know, people think that naturally flexible people, it's a kind of gift, but actually in some ways it can be a curse because they have to work harder for a stretch. And it's not a talent, it's just that some people are born more flexible than others. Look at a nice stretch and release in your back, keep the shoulders relaxed, head and neck relaxed. Just take a couple more breaths. Just keep affirming, I release that which no longer serves me. And you might find your body going, ah, thank God for that. Slowly roll yourself up. Bring that knee in. Just give that knee a little bit of a rub. Give it a little bit of love, a bit of energy. And stretch the legs out. Just bounce them up and down a couple of times. Shake them out. And do the other side. So bend your left knee. And pull your butt cheeks out of the way so you're right on your sit bones. Tilting the pelvis forward. Relax your shoulders. Close your eyes before you even go forward so you're not even focused on where your toes are. Just take a nice deep breath in. As you breathe out, just slide your hands. So if you found yourself rounding over or bringing tension in, then just stop there and focus on how much you can relax your head. So you're gently pressing through the right heel rather than just letting it collapse completely, but not so much that there's tension in the body. Again, just keep affirming, I release that which no longer serves me. Again, you might have an image of something in your mind that you want to change in your life. You know, we tend to try and fill every one of our 24 hours in a day, and we really don't need to. And there's another thing about Yin Yoga. Sometimes it's more of a challenge to relax. Sometimes we're so used to grabbing and forcing our body, and sometimes it can be even more challenging just to let go. To not even worry where your toes are. To not be pushing or pulling. Just giving your body time and space to let go. And when we let go physically, we can let go emotionally and mentally. Keep breathing nice and deep, and you'll notice that I'm sinking deeper and deeper with each exhale, and I'm not trying to force, I'm not pushing myself, I'm not pulling, I'm not forcing my body into it. Take another nice deep breath in and out. Up, one vertebrae at a time. Bring that knee in, give that knee a little bit of love, a little bit of energy. Just shake the legs out. And come right onto your knees. If you have any problems with your knees, you can put extra padding underneath your knees. Take your knees as wide as you can. Just nestle your bum between your heels. They're going to come out on your fingertips, and you're going to take your fingertips over to the left as far as you can till you feel a stretch in the right side of your body. Yes, absolutely, men and women can do this, no problem. Then relax your forehead down, your head down. Again, it doesn't matter if your head doesn't touch the floor, just let it relax. And this time affirm, I release that which no longer nourishes me. I release that which no longer nourishes me. So what in your life have you been doing that doesn't nourish your soul? That you do out of maybe some obligation, or because you think you should, or because someone else is doing it, or because you got dragged into it? You know, what is it that's in your life that's not nourishing you, that's not nourishing your soul? Again, with each exhale, just allow your body to sink deeper and feel a nice stretch in the right side of your body. Imagine breathing in the right side of your ribs. Again, it doesn't matter if your head doesn't touch the floor. The more you relax, the more your body will sink down. And release tension from around your hips, around your shoulders. Imagine your heart melting towards the floor. I release that which no longer nourishes me. Try and relax around your hip joints. We tend to hold a lot of tension around our hip joints. Again, even if your head doesn't touch the floor, you can hang it down, or you can even get a cushion. Grab a cushion and relax your head onto a cushion. You can grab anything from your house to use as a prop. Keep that nice long deep breath. Get the space between your ribs. Lift your head and walk your fingertips around to the other side. Go as far as you can till you feel a stretch in the left side of the body. Again, try and melt yourself down to the floor. Notice that word melt. Literally melt yourself into the mat. Just keep affirming, I release that which no longer nourishes me. Just you stay here. I may lift my head to talk, but you stay here. Imagine breathing through and around your hip joints. So we hold a lot of tension in our hips. And imagine your heart melting towards the floor. Head be heavy. Lift your head. Bring your hands back to center. Now, keeping your knees wide, just come forward onto your knees and take your feet out to the side. Kick your feet out to the side and come onto your elbows. Now, if you've got tight hips, this is a a custard. And all you're going to do is you're going to firm up your belly and you're going to just shift your weight forward and back. So if like me and you've got tight hips, you will feel like swearing. You'll feel like swearing at me. So keep your belly firm to protect your lower back and just breathe. Find that 4-count breath as you shift the weight forward and back. So we hold a lot of tension in our hips. And we've got tension in our body when we have tension in our life, and vice versa. So it's one of those that feels good when you come out of it. So smile, make sure you're not grimacing, make sure you're not gritting your teeth. For those of you with shallow hip sockets, you'll be finding it a piece of pea. Just one more breath. Breathe in and breathe out. And come back. Bring your feet back in. Walk your hands in towards you. Just bring your knees in for a second. Just take a breath here. Slide onto your belly and come into Sphinx pose. So come onto your belly, elbows under your shoulders, press your hips into the floor and press your arms into the floor. Relax your shoulders and just keep your eye gaze forward. So you're not lifting your chin up. You can melt your shoulder blades away from your ears. Just stay here. You can gently move your hair a little bit side to side, or you can drop your head down to stretch out your neck. Whilst you're here, focus on your heart center and mentally affirm, I am open to all possibilities. I am open to all possibilities. We often hold on to the old, to things that we don't like in our life, like a job, for example, and then we just don't see any possibilities. So mentally affirming, I am open to all possibilities, because the possibilities, the opportunities are endless. So instead of focusing on what you don't want, just focus on being open to possibilities, and notice if any tension comes into your body as you say that. And just acknowledge it, notice it, and let it be. So nice deep breath, shining your heart forward. Just make sure you've not got your shoulders around your ears. So nice long neck. So if you do feel drawn to moving your head a little bit, you can do. So think of pressing your pubic bone into the floor. Breathe into your heart space. I am open to all possibilities. Gently release. Bring your hands either side of your chest. Suck your belly button in. Just press up onto your hands and knees. Now we're going to come into pigeon pose. So if you've never done it before, just watch first, and I can also show you. You don't have to change ends. I can also show you the options. You're going to slide your right knee towards the back of your right hand, and you're going to bring your right foot forward a little bit. And then you're going to try and slide your left leg back. So you want to try and imagine dropping your left hip towards your left heel. Now if you've got a big gap that you could drive a bus through, you can either stick some cushions under your right hip, so that your hips are kind of level, or alternatively, it really doesn't feel right on your knee, drop off to one side and bend both knees. You're in a kind of zigzag shape, and you can come forward onto your elbows from here. You want to stretch the outer hips. So you want to imagine someone's got hold of that back foot, stretching it away. Drop your right hip, so my right heel is literally touching my right hip bone. And come forward onto your elbows or onto your hands, forehead on your hands, shoulders relaxed. Stay here for about 5 breaths. Again, breathing into it. And mentally affirm, I release that which no longer inspires me. I release that which no longer inspires me. doesn't inspire us. You know, watching the television, watching the news. So maybe there's some things that you can let go of. So keep your shoulders relaxed. Maybe you can use the cushions under your hips, or you can come into the bent leg variation. Imagine your heart melting down towards the floor. And just keep mentally affirming, I release that which no longer inspires me. Allow the breath to take you deeper and deeper. Pigeon is very much a Marmite pose. People either love it or they absolutely hate it. Just lift your head, walk the hands towards you, and slide that leg back. Come back onto your hands and knees, and just drop your belly. Lift your tailbone. Keep your hips in line with your knees. Walk your hands out, and imagine sinking your heart towards the floor, resting your forehead on the floor. Again, if your head doesn't touch the floor, just let it hang down, but keep lifting your tailbone. Imagine someone's got hold lightly of your hips and just holding you into position so you don't end up kind of coming forward. Keep the arms straight but not locked. And imagine, I always imagine like a roller coaster, like a Big Dipper along your spine. And just think of melting your heart towards the floor. And as you're here, mentally affirm, I am my priority. I am my priority. Because whatever we're doing in life, whether we've got children or not, we need to be our own priority, because we can't help anyone if we are not fully energized, if we're not healthy, if we're not happy. We're no good to anyone. So keep lifting your tailbones if you're sticking your bottom out. Rest your head on the floor. I am my priority. And feel that breath sink you deeper into the floor, stretching out your shoulders, opening out your heart. Great for the spine. Just take one more breath. Lift your head, look forward, and gently walk the hands back in towards you. Then we do pigeon on the other side. So you're going to slide your left knee towards your left hand. Bring that foot in a little bit, and then slide the back leg back. So again, you're trying to drop your hip onto your ankle. If you've got a bloody great gap through there, then either stuff some cushions under your left hip, or drop onto that hip, bend both knees like this, and come onto your elbows here, and relax. You'll still feel benefit in your hips. You can even bring that front foot further forward, and relax your head down, relax your shoulders. You remember, sometimes it can be more of a challenge to completely relax, especially if you're used to kind of forcing yourself into a pose. And the more you relax, the more those deep layers of muscles will release. You might find yourself kind of fidgeting, getting a little bit deeper. Let the breath move you. Obviously, if there's any real discomfort in your knee, then take the variations that I've showed you. And lifting the head, then walking the hands in, and just slide come up to sitting, drop your hips off to one side and bring your legs out and around. Again, just shake the legs out, bounce up and down a couple of times, shake them out, and come back into a cross-leg position. So find your sit bones, grab your butt cheeks, pull them back, so you're sitting up nice and tall. Bring your hands back into Gyan Mudra, so thumbs and index fingers together. What we're going to do, we're going to breathe in. As you breathe in, I want you to imagine breathing in through the crown of your head and breathing into your heart. You're going to hold the breath in. Then as you exhale, I want you to visualize exhaling from your heart down and out through your roots down into the earth. So just close your eyes and visualize. Imagine as you breathe in, imagine drawing breath and energy down from the heavens, down through the crown of your head, down to your heart space. And when you breathe out, visualize that energy going down into the earth. So with your eyes closed, turn your eye gaze upwards as if you're looking at the top of your skull. And breathe in deeply through the nose, visualizing drawing breath, drawing energy down through the crown of your head. And hold the breath in. Visualize holding that energy in your heart space. And hold it for as long as you can. As you breathe out, when you breathe out, visualize the breath, the energy going down from your heart space, down through your tailbone, down into the earth. And hold the breath out for a few seconds. Again, as you breathe in, visualize drawing energy down from above, down through the crown of your head. Visualize like white light or electricity floating through the crown of your head, down to your heart space. And as you hold the breath, imagine that white light filling the center of your chest. Hold the breath for as long as you can. See if you can count up to 10. And when you exhale, not yet, when you exhale, visualize that energy flowing down your central channel, out through your tailbone, down into the earth. Just continue doing that, breathing in through the crown of your head, drawing energy in. Visualize white light energy coming down through the center of your head, holding it in your heart space as you hold the breath in. Each time you exhale, visualize that energy flowing down your spine, down and out through your tailbone, down into Mother Earth. This time, as you're inhaling, visualize drawing in information, visualize seeing words, codes, as if you're asking, you're receiving information from your higher self, from divine intelligence, drawing it down through the crown of your head, down into your heart space, holding it there, still keeping your eye gaze turned all the way up, which also helps to activate the pituitary gland, and literally holding the breath for as long as you can. And as you exhale, visualize letting go of anything you no longer need in your life and visualize it flowing down into Mother Earth, where it's transmuted into positive energy. So you could be asking yourself, what are your priorities now? What are your new priorities? What is it you want to let go of in life? What are you no longer willing to accept? You know, maybe you have a job that you realize it's been really making you unhappy. Or maybe, as I said earlier, you've been doing things that didn't align with you out of some sense of obligation. And you're now realizing that that doesn't sit well with you. So if you're needing clarity, visualize drawing in messages, information through the crown of your head, from your higher self, from your inner wisdom, from divine intelligence, drawing it down, holding it in your heart space. Exhaling down and out through your tailbone. Taking one more breath here. bring your hands into prayer position. This is the front of your heart. Just to acknowledge yourself, taking this time out to practice. Namaste. So this is just kind of like a taster session of some of what I do. If you'd like to know more about my full-time online classes, then please just leave a comment, leave a message, get in touch. Men and women, you don't need to be flexible. Don't even need to be able to touch your toes. As long as you can breathe and you've got a flexible mind, that's all you need. You're perfect just as you are. Namaste.